He was soul reborn, a voice that could heal pain, and a silence that broke hearts. This is the untold story of D'Angelo. Michael Eugene Archer was born on February 11, 1974, in Richmond, Virginia, into a devout Pentecostal household. His father was a preacher, and music, especially within the church, became the foundation of his expression. By age 3, his ear and fingers were already dancing across the family piano. By his teenage years, he was performing gospel, composing songs, absorbing the giants, Stevie Wonder, Marvin Gaye, Al Green, and Prince. In Richmond he formed groups like Three of a Kind, Michael Archer and Precise, and later joined IDU, Intelligent, Deadly but Unique. He made a bold move, Amateur Night at the Apollo in Harlem, where he won 3 consecutive nights, boosting his confidence and offering early recognition. Around 1993, he signed as a songwriter with EMI, penning You Will Know for the Collective Black Men United in 1994. Despite a modest upbringing, Archer had vision. He adopted the stage name D'Angelo, a nod to Michelangelo, reshaping his identity into something greater than himself. His early years gave him discipline, humility, and a connection to musical roots that would guide him through peaks and valleys. In 1995, D'Angelo dropped his debut album, Brown Sugar, a sultry, organic reclamation of R&B's core. The title track and Lady became radio staples, combining slick beats with live instrumentation, sensual vocals, and introspective lyrics. Critics and fans alike saw that here was someone not chasing trends, but mining classic soul, jazz, funk, and hip-hop into a modern vessel. His approach was meticulous, layering real bass, warm keys, subtle percussion, and letting his voice breathe. The record went platinum, and soon D'Angelo was included in the emerging constellation of neo-soul artists like Erykah Badu and Maxwell. He toured, made appearances, and his reputation as a musician's musician grew. Yet even here, beneath the smooth veneer, tension brewed. Some lauded his sensual image, while D'Angelo himself bristled at being reduced to a sex symbol. The trajectory had begun, but more, darker, ambitious chapters awaited. After Brown Sugar, D'Angelo retreated. He spent time refining, experimenting, and confronting perfectionism. 5 years passed. In 2000 he returned with Voodoo, an album that would become legendary. Touted as darker, deeper, more musically complex, Voodoo dove into funk, jazz, improvisation, and loose groove. It featured contributions from the Soulquarians, Questlove, Jay Dilla, Common, Erykah Badu, and embraced spontaneity over polish. The standout single, untitled, How Does It Feel, exploded in cultural impact, in part due to its iconic, shirtless music video, but also because it captured intimacy, vulnerability, and raw vocal control. Voodoo debuted at #1 in the US charts, won Grammy Awards, and ingrained D'Angelo's status not just as a vocalist but as a boundary-pushing artist. But with acclaim came expectations, and pressure. The gap between this moment and his next creative phase would stretch painfully long. After Voodoo, D'Angelo descended into a period of silence, nearly a decade without a solo album. During this time, reports of depression, addiction, body image pressures, and discomfort with fame. In 2005, he was arrested for DUI, along with cocaine and marijuana possession, and weeks later, involved in a serious car accident. These public shocks mirrored internal chaos. But even in retreat, D'Angelo maintained his aura. He gave occasional performances, collaborations, and hints of new work, enough to keep fans and critics alert. Some songs leaked, rumors circulated. Yet much of his creativity remained private, gestating in silence. This era fed his mystique, a reluctant star, whose power came from absence as much as presence. He resisted spectacle while pursuing sincerity, the tension that would define his return. In 2014, after 14 years without a solo album, D'Angelo dropped Black Messiah, seemingly out of nowhere. The album arrived ahead of its time, charged with social commentary, spiritual tension, funk energy, and aging wisdom. Its first single, Really Love, won Grammy honors. The album itself won Best R&B Album. Black Messiah felt like protest and prayer. Tracks like 1000 Deaths and Till It's Done, Tutu, carried urgency. D'Angelo's voice, matured and rugged, evoked both sanctity and weariness. The work was heralded not as a comeback act, but as a late-career masterpiece. Following this, he released Unshaken in 2019 for the Red Dead Redemption 2 game soundtrack, his final released solo track. He also featured on Jay-Z's I Want You Forever, 2024. For the Book of Clarence soundtrack in interviews, his friend Raphael Saadiq spoke of ongoing sessions for a fourth album. But fate had its own timetable. On October 14, 2025, Michael Eugene Archer, D'Angelo, passed away in New York City at the age of 51, following a prolonged battle with pancreatic cancer. His family revealed he had been hospitalized for months and spent approximately 2 weeks in hospice care before departing. In their statement, they called him the shining star of our family, whose light had dimmed in this life, but whose musical legacy would endure. Among those mourning were fans, peers, and artists who recognized his impact. Just months earlier, Angie Stone, singer, ex-partner, and mother of his son Michael Archer Jr., died in March 2025 in a car accident, making D'Angelo's passing part of a year of deep loss for their family. Michael Archer Jr. publicly expressed heartbreak at losing both parents within months. At the time of his death, he was reportedly working on a fourth album with Raphael Saadiq, something he had spoken about in recent interviews. The unfinished music stands as an echo, a sign that his voice still aimed beyond the final note. Though D'Angelo released only 3 studio albums during his lifetime, Brown Sugar, Voodoo, and Black Messiah, his influence ripples across modern R&B, neo-soul, hip-hop, and beyond. He is frequently cited as a guide for artists such as Frank Ocean, The Weeknd, Her, Anderson .Paak, and many more, those drawn to emotional depth, musical integrity, and risk. D'Angelo's courage lay in resisting instantaneous hits. He favored slow builds, organic grooves, uncompressed sound, emotional vulnerability. That meant delays, withdrawals, sacrifices he accepted for art. Critics often call Voodoo and Black Messiah as landmark albums, not just within soul, but within modern American music. Tributes poured in immediately. Lauryn Hill, his longtime collaborator on Nothing Even Matters, laments not having more time with him. Beyoncé, Missy Elliott, Tyler, The Creator, Doja Cat, Jamie Foxx, and other luminaries honored him publicly. President Barack Obama also released a statement, recalling how D'Angelo inspired a generation of singers. Though he's gone, D'Angelo's recordings, with their emotional intelligence, layered textures, risk-taking, continue to teach. For every aspiring musician who asks, how do I make music that lasts? Listen to D'Angelo. Michael Eugene Archer, D'Angelo, lived a life of contrasts. Fierce creativity and silent withdrawal, struggle and transcendence, minimal discography and maximal influence. Though the man is gone, the songs remain, beats that pulse in our minds, words that echo in heartbreak and hope, chord progressions that feel like a warm breath. Seek his albums. Listen deeply. Go beyond the singles. Share the music, not just the buzz. Let the soul of D'Angelo move you, teach you, haunt you. Honor him by not just mourning the loss, but by continuing the craft he cherished: vulnerability, integrity, unflinching emotional honesty in art.